Hi everyone, so today we are going to make this little project. How cool is it? I absolutely love how this turned out. So this is for Fancy Fall Challenge for November 2025. On the 5th of each month we are sharing some fun fold cards, and this is a collaboration hosted by Monika, aka Paper Mona. And there are some other ladies participating in this challenge. Everyone's videos will be linked in the description box below for you to go and check those out as well. You can use our hashtag, you can see on my screen now. If you share your makes relating to these cards on your social media, we will be able to search and check those out as well. We also have a Facebook group where you can share if you wish, so I will have that linked in the description box below too. Okay, so let's jump into the tutorial of making this project. Hi everyone, so it is the 5th of the month. Today we are back with another fun fold card, and today we are going to make multiple fold cards. Now we named it multiple fold card, but the original idea was a 2, 4, 6, 8 fun fold card. There's so many videos and posts about that one, so you can search it up, but basically the idea is a 12-inch long card scored at 2, 4, 6 and 8, and then folded in a concertina fold. And then they had these two, I just added quickly this tape in here, these two sections glued down, so then the card folds out like this, and there's your main panel. So this was the original idea. I'm going to work off this, but I'm going to change up my measurements a little bit. To do this, I am going to need my scoreboard, and I have a piece of card in here measuring 12 inches by 7 inches, and I have scored this at 3.5 and 7 inches. And then I have another piece of card measuring 4 inches by 7 inches, and this one I scored down at 1 3/4 and 3.5 inches. Starting with this one, first I fold it over and then back, and then this one I fold over, and I'm going to use this 1/2 inch of a tab to glue this onto this section. So basically what I'm doing, I am going to extend my card just like so. Now the two pieces are attached together. I have extended my card base so I can start folding in and out, in and out again. Now I have these two pieces here. You can see these are different sizes now from the one I showed you. They were both 2-inch sections. I have left one of mine 3.5, 1 3/4, and then this one is 5 inches. So this is going to be a 5 by 7 inch card. Now, instead of gluing this whole section down and also in here, I'm just going to run a little bit of glue on the bottom and along the side, and I will leave a pocket on the top. You could also add your glue to the top and the bottom, and then leaving your pocket onto the side as well if you wish. So I'm basically creating like a folio type card. So while letting the glue dry a bit in there, make sure it sets perfectly, I'm going to add mats and layers to these 3 sections, 1, 2 and 3. If you want, you can add also mats and layers, you can cover up these areas too. I'm just going to do the 3 that you can see from the front. So I've already prepared my mats and layers, and I picked out the green card, this one here, from the pastel sorbet paper pad that I have from Chloe's Creative Cards, and the pattern paper is from the Christmas flowers and foliage paper, and it is both sides of this paper that I used. Okay, so there's 2 of each in this paper pad. I used one of them. So for the back panel, I have the green cut to 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and the pattern cut to 4.5 by 6.5. I'll glue this in here. For this next section, I have the green card cut to 3.25 by 6 3/4, and then the pattern cut 3 by 6.5, and this is the other side of that same paper. And then I have one to come in the front here, which the green measures 6 3/4 by 1.5, and then 6.5 by 1.25 for the pattern one. And I'm going to glue this in here real quick. Okay, so this bit is ready. I have another piece of card in here measuring 5 inches by 7.5, and I scored this down at 7 inches, so I have this 1/2 inch of a flap left in there, which I will be adding to the back in here. So, as mentioned before, we have these pockets here sitting on the top. So I have 2 pieces of card in here. This one is 3 inches wide, and then I have one that is 1 inch wide that will slide easily in and out of these 2 pockets. Now I have them longer than what I will need, because I want to add a little bit of a decorative edge. And simple, I'm going to take a circle die, going to line it up so it is kind of centered, as centered as I can get it, and I'm going to draw a line in here, and then I'm going to do the same with this. I might need a smaller circle for this one so you can see the curve on the top of this one as well, like so. And I'm just going to use my scissors, oopsie, I have a pin. Going to use my scissors just to cut along that curve. Okay, so both of the edges are cut to that curve now. I'm going to see how long I want this to be. I don't want this much of an overhang in there, because obviously these were cut, I think, to 8 inches just to start with, because I always can cut away from it. So I'll probably be cutting away 1 inch or so, or just under 1 inch maybe. I try 3/4 of an inch. Let's see how that pans out. Yeah, that's much better. So I'm gonna do the same in here. Okay, so now I'm going to take my crocodile and add okay, so now with my crocodile I'm going to punch a hole and set an eyelet in each of these. And then I have a couple of eyelets here, one blue and one green. Now I did think I had a darker green and a lighter blue, but I don't, so I'm just gonna go with these two. It really is navy, but I do think it will work fine. So I'm going to add this one in here and the green one on the other one. So I have picked out a few ribbons from my drawer, all different ones. I have this dark green, gray, I have some of this twine, I have some sheer white, or this pattern blue. And I'm gonna go and thread a few of these through of these holes, and let's see how that works out. So next thing I want to do is wrap a belly band around this. Not the whole card, I'm not going to do the back of the card, only this front bit. So I will wrap this in. And I'm leaving it sort of loose because this is quite bulky, obviously, and because I have an idea for this to be like folio type, where you can add your photos, you can add maybe a shopping list for Christmas, you can add any notes, you can add any journaling into this. So it is very different for me, but I absolutely love how this is turning out. And now I want to decorate the belly band a bit. I do have this die set from Chloe's Creative Cards. It's a 3D bow die, and this is from her newest collection. So what I've done, I've taken that exact same green card and I've die cut it from it, but I've added double-sided sticky tape onto the front. So this is the back of the card. There's a piece of it in here, so you can see this is the darker side that I'll be using. This is the underside that you can see in here. The front is covered in double-sided sticky tape. So I'm going to peel these backings off now. And I'm going to get my crystalline glitter. I'm going to dip all of these pieces in it. Alright, so this is all the parts of the bow glittered up. You can see how it's super sparkly. That is absolutely love it. But still the same color, so it matches perfectly with my project. Now what I am going to do, I'm going to try to figure out how to make this into a bow. I'm going to add my glue, and I think I'm just gonna use my hot glue in here in the middle. I ran out of glue stick. There we go. Curve it around my finger and just press them down into that hot glue. So. So now I have two of the same bows. I'm looking in here. They have stacked the two on top of each other. But what I am thinking of doing, I might just do it this way. So kind of have a fuller bow in here. I think it would work nicely. So that's what I'm gonna do, is just gonna create a bigger embellishment for the front for me. Crossing them over like so. I'm going to wrap this around the front. This will hide all that nasty glue on the front in here for me. And then stack this on top of each other. But I think I'm gonna actually do that on the belly band itself. So, because I have not decided what I'm going to use this for, who I'm going to give this to, I'm not going to add a sentiment. What I do plan to do, when I know who will get this, probably print out or stamp out some sentiments and some clip arts and just add them in one of these pockets, maybe even add an extra little pocket in here and just keep them in there, or add them in a little cellophane bag and attach them to this project. Because if someone is going to use this as a little folio for some Christmas activities or December winter activities, they can add the photo in here, journaling in there, and then they will be able to put all those little images all around them as it fits. And you can add more photos in here, or you can write this as a card for someone. But you can see how you would be able to build up on this to make this even bigger and more pockets and more nooks and crannies in it. All right, so here we go. I absolutely am in love with this. I love how it turned out. And I love the colors. It's not a color combination that I would work with normally. So I really am happy to have this paper pad. It did push me out of my comfort zone color-wise a little bit. So this is it. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Make sure you check out all the other ladies' projects. And I will have them all linked in the description box below. We'll be back very soon. Till then, bye!